go there. See, I thought the first episode had, well, not counting the prologue, had 4 sections, so I was thinking there was the same for here, but apparently not. Yeah, there are 5 episodes in total. Oh! Okay, so this tells you also. So this will be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 3 for all of them except for the first episode. Okay, let's go ahead and start this. I will split this stream. I'll keep streaming for like another hour and a half or so, and then I'll split the stream after the fact into 2 parts. Because I kind of want to get into episode 3, see what there is. I mean, that cliffhanger though. Okay, let's go. Wait, what? Yeah, I click this. Oh, I have to hold it to validate. I was like, why did it not select it? All right, so we'll go for a little while longer.
The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed changed. In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
You must leave me alone now. I have agreed to everything, even to...
But you do realize your mother will have to accept the consequences of her acts.
I hope that your search will prove successful and bring Sarah back to us soon.
I'll be leaving now because whatever it is you're up to, I do not want to know.
Since then, we have become one and the same. We have officially erased the identity of my sister Emma. Emily Hillsborough, the woman with 2 faces.
Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
Yeah, Emily's attractive. Will I finish it? What do you mean, Fox? I'm gonna finish the whole game. I'm gonna complete everything. I'm gonna play through the whole thing. I just didn't know, like, how many sections or whatever were in each episode. That's all I didn't know. But yeah, no, I'm gonna finish it all. Okay, so we said science for sure was one I was gonna equip. I'm really good at psychology, so let's do the things I'm weaker in: linguistics and politics. Yeah, let's do those. I'm not very good at diversion, but I got the 1 point I have. I think I only have 1 because of this. Okay. So I feel like those people weren't actually gathered there. He's putting the pieces together in his mind, right? So, oh no, I won't finish everything tonight. There's no way. No. We're not even close. We're just in episode 3 now. So, no. There's... All we've played so far is just episode 1 and 2. We have 3, 4, and 5 episodes.
Don't move.
So...
Wait, I don't...
So you've come at last.
Easy. Let me turn around. Oh my god, Mother, what has happened to you?
Who are you?
What? But, Mother...
Who are you?
It's me, Louis, your son.
No, you lie. You won't catch me out like that. Louis isn't here. He obeys his mother. He would never have come here.
Mother, I don't know what you've been through, but lower your arm, please.
You think I was born yesterday, do you? But it won't work.
I'm begging you.
One day you will fall.
Mother!
Why are you here?
What is this? Disconcerted. Oh, everything costs... Really? Not anymore, sucker. Conviction? Quest of the book. I can make 3 blunders total. All of these are free for me. The yellow is the actual cost and effort points. I just don't know which one is better for her. I feel like she's probably the type to be immune to psychology. She's an expert in the occult, but I'm not manipulating her or anything with that. Let's try this. I don't think it's time to go home is right. Anyway, she'll just refuse. I'm not gonna go home. I'm here to do stuff or whatever. I'm here to save her. Yeah, let's try this. I don't know, but let's try this.
Remember Al-Azif?
I was sure.
Where's the book, Mother?
So that's what you want? Well, you will never find it. Emily died for that.
What's got into her?
You are evil incarnate. Every word that comes out of your mouth is sharper than a razor blade.
I don't wish you any harm. Really, Mother. It's me, Louis.
Don't speak to me about him. You will never get him.
Mother, stop torturing yourself. It really is me, Louis. How can I convince you?
If you really are who you say you are, what was the saying I taught you?
You've been telling it to me since I was 3 years old, Mother. How could I ever forget it? Always keep your mind rational.
I think it's probably rational, open, and something. So I think and is probably wrong. Yeah, I should have looked over at chat. Sorry, Monmouth.
And open.
You knew it. You are smart. You're getting me muddled up. Tell me, rather, whose place were we at when I told you I was coming here?
Mother, I really am your son. You can't trick me. We were in Paris. We were investigating an art dealer.
His name?
This one, yep.
I just told you, you can't trick me. His name was von Borchert.
My God, everything is lost then. I refuse to believe it's really you, Louis. Otherwise, all this would be for nothing.
Mother, I don't know what happened to you, but don't worry. Everything's going to be fine. I'm here for you and...
No! I ordered you not to come with me.
I received a letter and Lord Mortimer informed me of your disappearance. So I took the...
No! 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 It's not true. It's a nightmare. Don't tell me that. Have you spoken to him?
Oh, shit. She's completely panicked because I spoke to Mortimer. It seems she's afraid of what he might have said to me about her.
Did he speak to you?
Mother, I don't know what you're imagining, but don't worry. Everything will be all right. If you're worried about what I might think about Elizabeth Adams, honestly...
Oh, Louis! Elizabeth is the last of my worries right now. I did what I could for her, but it was too late. Very well. Rational and open, Louis. Since you arrived on the island, has anything strange happened to you?
Depends on what you mean by strange.
Yeah. Right. Fortunately, this confrontation is not timed, Some of the past conversations have been so heated, they've been timed. It's like, ah! Yeah, I think this.
Like me having visions, for example?
I knew it! It started! Oh,
Hell,
Louis,
she's
I just
panicking.
wish I...
Yes, it's happened to me. Like when I was a boy. I find myself in someone else's body for the space of a dream.
Have you ever dreamed of a different place to the one where you were sleeping without being able to explain it?
No. But Mother, don't worry. I'm not losing my mind. Everything is fine. You used to give me a concoction to calm me down when I was little. So, just make some for me once we get back home.
Migraines? Loss of consciousness? Loss of control?
No, rest assured. All is well. I promise you.
What else?
I don't think this. Probably. Well, I mean, I'm reassuring her. Crap! Has anything strange happened while you're here? The visions upset her. So you're thinking one mother with one less hand? Shh. I don't know. She asked if anything strange happened. I mean, it's surprising and maybe even disappointing or something, but is that strange that she had a past with Elizabeth? Is it strange that, I mean, isn't having visions strange, but that upset her? Gosh, I wish I wouldn't have asked about the book or chosen the book on the first one. Stink. Reassure her.
Personally, I think that you being missing for 3 days and then me finding you underground, minus a hand, well, that qualifies as strange, don't you think?
No, my hand is not important for the moment. If that's the only thing you found that shocks you, then all is well. Now shut up and listen to me. We might still have a chance. Something of utmost importance is going to play out right here.
What are you talking about?
A conference, Louis. I should think all Mortimer's guests have arrived by now, haven't they?
Yes, they have. Since this morning.
Perfect. The conference will be able to begin.
Indeed. It shouldn't be long and...
Let me finish. We haven't time. You will attend this conference, and you must find out what Mortimer is up to. Don't trust him, Louis. Understood?
Right. I'll do what you ask of me. But calm down, please, Mother.
Louis, I made a mistake by coming here. We are in the lion's den.
What do you mean?
Mortimer, Holm, their guests. Watch what happens. Do you think it's normal that the representatives of the most powerful nations are here all on their own without anyone else? On an island in the middle of nowhere in total secrecy?
No, not really, but...
Louis! They shape the world. They manipulate us. Everything is decided here and now. They create and break states, provoke wars, destitute governments, or decide who will be their leaders. Open your eyes! Nothing is impossible for them. They are capable of reaching everyone, wherever they may be. Through high society banquets, they model the future of us all. And it isn't at all an issue for them.
And? What do you propose?
It's time to act, my son. You will go to this conference, and from the inside, you'll do everything you can to prevent Mortimer's plan from going ahead smoothly. We can talk later. I'll explain everything.
But why?
Do as I say, Louis. It's of the utmost importance. Beware of Mortimer. He won't let anything stand in his way.
You promised me that after...
Yes, after. Go now.
Yes, Mother, I'm going. One more thing, Mother. Emily Hillsborough, Emma's sister, came to this island looking for her sister. She probably won't hesitate to take revenge and...
It's the signal that the conference is starting, Louis. Don't be concerned about the Duchess. She's the last of our worries.
So we're automatically out here, and I have that, so I have to... well... I see now how it's marked. If you look at the... It's kind of hard to... There, you can kind of see there, I guess. If you look down at the action points, the 12th one, I guess, is blacked out. But I still have a total of 11 I can use, only 4 of which are currently have, you know, energy or whatever that I can use. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. So the thing I have at the top is hindering me, but it's only hindering me by like one thing, and it's not like my action points go that high, so it's actually probably fine for now. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, that's right, the French Revolution. That very well could be part of what's going on here. Okay, I don't imagine there's really anything else out here that I didn't already find in the last episode. Nothing new. Probably nothing new, anyway. Hi, Ariadne. Just figured I'd do it quick since the stuff's in the area, just in case. Excuse me. All right. Where? Okay, I don't know where the conference is supposed to be. Might be able to ask the servant. Crud! I also realize I don't have much in the way of action points. Oh, Devil Sword. Which means... I need to use a lot to try to stop the conference or whatever, this is potentially a problem.
Monsieur de Richet, you are expected at the conference. Please take the door to your left to join the guests.
Oh, is that? Okay, what happens if I go the other way? Yeah. If I go out here instead. Oh, is this going to go right into the conference? Nope. He's going to tell me the same thing, I'm sure. Nope. Not really finding anything new. It'd be nice if I could get some royal jelly or something and get more action points, but it's seeming like I'm not going to be able to. Okay, map. Yeah, so the conference is going to be here, I'm pretty sure. Servant here blocking access to go around this way. Servant here blocking access to go upstairs. So basically, you got to the garden or you go to the conference. Alright, I don't really have much else I can do, it seems. Where I could have... Oh, that's back over here, I think, actually. Where I could have gotten the Devil's Thorn. So here's where the Devil's Thorn is. I don't see anything else. That's Devil's Thorn that I cannot pick up currently. I don't... see anything else. Alright, conference it is, I guess. Remind me, or don't let me forget, Devil's Thorn is what allows you to see temporarily vulnerabilities and immunities for other people in a conversation, like in a confrontation. Actually, I have to use the bathroom really fast. Be right back. Give me one sec. So actually, I just had a thought. Before we enter in, let me really fast look at the journal and note down on a piece, because I won't be able to refer to it, I think, once I'm out there, or once the conversation is happening in the conference. So let me note down the different weaknesses and strengths of people, so I don't make choices that will play into immunities, and I will try to take advantage of things. I don't imagine she's there, but just in case because I told her to leave. But just in case they got her or something, found her and stopped her from leaving, I'm going to write down Elizabeth Adams. She is vulnerable to questioning. Okay. Mortimer is immune to science. Okay. Sarah Delichet. I mean, I guess just since I've got the list, she won't be here, obviously, because she's hiding still. She's immune to occultism. I figured she'd be immune to psychology, not one to be able to be manipulated. But obviously, I guess I should have assumed her specialty is occultism. So I should have assumed she wouldn't really be easily, like, she wouldn't really be susceptible to that. Godoy, I don't know. Volner, I don't know. Peru. Oh, wait. So, yeah. So, I guess I should just write down the name, but then don't put anything so I know I don't know. Manuel Godoy. I'm not going to write the full name, but, okay. Johann von Vilna. Okay. Jacques Peru. And he is vulnerable to etiquette and psychology. And he's immune to questioning. Okay. Gregory Holm, don't know anything. So I'll write his name. Emily. Hillsborough. Oh. Yeah, I should write Emma, even though she's not gonna be here, I don't think. Okay. Emily Hillsborough is vulnerable to psychology, immune to logic. We learned her immunity on the dock, so. Okay, that's us. Okay, Giuseppe Piaggi. Giuseppe Piaggi is vulnerable to questioning. And manipulation. Okay. Napoleon Bonaparte is immune to conviction. Oops, won't be able to read my writing if I mess it up like that. Okay. And we're getting close. George Washington, don't know. Okay. And then I'm guessing they're not here in the meeting or not going to participate at all. But just for future reference, servants are vulnerable to manipulation. logic and questioning. Don't know what their immunity is. I would suspect conviction is one of them, but I don't know for sure. Sarah de Richet, now a bloody wreck. Emily, English, Duddy, Duchess, Hottie. Perfect. Thank you for the help. Now I remember who everybody is. Okay. So I don't know how I want to do this. Maybe I'll fold this. We'll do that, and then I can just have it sitting in front of my keyboard. Between the monitor and the keyboard. Okay. Okay. Here we go. This is definitely tricky in some places. Yeah, I don't... I'm not a servant, so I couldn't say. There are holes. Like down by the mouth, I think there are a few holes. But yeah. Not so much, nope. So Mortimer is the enemy, Sarah's telling us. Slight hiccup in the sound there. That was interesting. Attend the conference. Check. Meet Lord Mortimer. Okay, let me see if there's anything to gather while I'm here. As usual, I'm low on action point options, so if I can gain more, that would be great.
Amber crystal.
That's more amber, but...
I am astonished, my dear.
Another coin, is that? Yeah. Okay, there's Jacques Peru. Seems like there's anything there. Oh, here's something. What's this? Carmelite water. Well, that'll still, because Carmelite water won't give me action points back, but it will let me ignore points if something's expensive, if it's particularly expensive.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of water.
Are you quite sure, sir?
Oh.
Yes, because she asked him at last, and he could not help answering her, but she said he seemed quite angry at being spoken to.
But it is not.
I mean, I could use the Carmelite water and just pick both locks.
Your conjecture is totally wrong, I assure you.
I have suspected it for some time, but now I am convinced.
I have already told her so once, by your desire.
Are you quite sure, sir? Is there not a little mistake somewhere?
Yes, because she asked him at last, and he could not help answering her, but she said he seemed quite angry at being spoken to.
Royal Jelly, hey, 1, 2. Yep, from collecting elsewhere. And another Carmelite water. And Amber Fragment. Alright, let's...
Is there not a little mistake somewhere?
Yes, because she asked him at last, and he could not help answering her, but
use the Royal Jelly up, actually, at this point. But now I have 3, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 action points plus 4 Carmelite water, which means something would cost me 0 action points. Hopefully that's enough that I'll actually be okay going through various conversations and whatnot. That would be to leave. I'm assuming, right? I mean, it stores out, obviously. I mean, either way, I was getting into that box, right? Because if I wanted what was in it badly enough, I could have just used Carmelite water. And then it would have cost me 0, and I would have picked both, right? So that is another Royal Jelly, which I will not use right now. Okay, another golden elixir. Since running into immunity works the way it does, where it's the top empty one gets blocked, I think I'm going to wait on using a golden elixir to cure me until it's worse. Whether I get some kind of a drunk condition because I've taken too many elixirs, or I get some kind of a additional immunity confrontation blockage or whatever it might be. And another Devil's Thorn. So there are a couple. That's another thing too, is I can use Devil's Thorn during the any kind of conversations. No, I can. But I feel like right now I feel like almost like it's a little bit of a waste. Because I don't even have enough action points available currently. Like, I don't have enough energy to use my maximum action points anyway. So if it's blocking the last one, but I don't have enough energy to get up to that point, I don't need to worry about it currently. It's not impairing me currently. Not really, right? Because I can only use up to eight right now. Any of the white ones. The empty ones I can't use. And the blacked out one is the last of the empty ones. So, is that you get what I'm saying? I'm trying to get the most bang for my buck. Like, if I could get that condition, maybe I have drunk too many elixirs, so then I get a drunk condition. Maybe I get an additional one or two of those empty ones blocked. At that point, then, maybe I use a golden elixir. No, I don't think so. The condition is that basically you lose access to an action point. But if I didn't have enough energy anyway, then the one that was making it more expensive. Oh, was it though? No, you might be right. Because in my conversation with Sarah, was it the same symbol? It was, wasn't it? Or was it? I don't remember now. Yeah, let me double check if that's actually what that does. The council it's called exhausted, right? Exhausted condition? Something like that? Did I say the council game? No. I don't. Okay. Okay. Each character has his own vulnerability and immune. Using correct approach will help you gather more useful information. Gather more useful information. Using the incorrect one will make you feel exhausted. That doesn't really tell me conditions, though. It just says it will make you exhausted. It doesn't say what the exhaustion does. Where's maybe discussions? I gotta be careful. I don't want to get spoilers if I go in the discussion section. Let me try exhausted among these. See if I get. Now, it's talking about people exhausting options, not getting exhausted condition. You know, let's do this. I can see if it was the same. I think it might have been. I can see if it was the same condition if I back up a little bit. Let me. Oh, maybe not there. What if I do this? Okay, what if I go this? No. It's a little bit frustrating that my brain apparently isn't putting two and two together and figuring out. Okay, so let's this. I'm gonna mute this probably. Have to, right? Okay. I go back. Yeah, so my confrontation with her. Okay, I reminded her about the book. But I got rid of, before that, where's... Yeah, no. The +1 was a different symbol. It was the red. It was a red circle with a white diamond in it. That was the one that was the +1. Yeah, so I think it's a different condition. I think we're fine. Yeah. So I think we're okay doing it that way. Okay, so let's go back. I had to back up and see. So yeah, so that's not... This was another Devil's Thorn, yeah. Okay. Not leaving it all. So I've got everything from all of these then, I believe. Including the middle, I think. Let me check, see if there's anything in front of any of these chairs maybe I missed or something. But otherwise... Alright. Let's... 4 conversations, huh? Well, let's come over here first, I guess. I don't know Holmes stuff, so this will be interesting.
My son, glad you're here. It seems Lord Mortimer's been waiting for you to arrive before beginning. What a pity your mother isn't here for the conference. I hope I'll be able to see her before I leave. I still have a very important letter to give to her.
Feeling all right, Louis? You look like you're miles away.
Everything's fine. Don't worry.
Lord Mortimer wants to talk to you, Louis. Don't make him wait.
Okay, so nothing additional there. Let's try Peru.
I don't know if you ever found what you were looking for in the garden, but Mortimer is waiting for you. I suggest you get a move on.
You say it as if you were afraid of him.
Yeah, let's try this. Well, wait. Peru, he's vulnerable to etiquette and... Yeah, and psychology. Yep. So let's do that, yeah.
I sense that you have things you'd like to say, but something's holding you back. What is going on between you two?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I believed in him. I followed him to the best of my ability. I championed his ideas, defended his decisions, and then, without even realizing it, I became lost. The siren's song, Monsieur de Richet. You wake up one morning, not knowing where you are, and you think about everything you've done for a man who wasn't even worth it. For a man who has no respect for you, who uses you, and who drops you as soon as he no longer needs you. For me, it's too late now. But you still have a choice. Don't respond to his call, sir.
Seems to echo what Sarah said, that he's an enemy and you shouldn't trust him. Interesting.
I have already told her so once. By your design.
Good evening, gentlemen. Are we ready? The much-awaited conference is about to begin?
That is what we have all been waiting for.
I believe that Lord Mortimer wishes to speak to you before it begins. You should go and see him. Are you quite sure, sir?
All right. This is going to be interesting. I wonder if he's going to ask me about his bird. Ah, some blunders haunt you forever. All right.
Ah, Louis, I've been expecting you. Thank you for joining us. We are about to begin our conference. Let me explain what is at stake.
Thank you kindly, but what do you expect of me exactly? My mother's the one who's supposed to attend, not me.
That is indeed what was initially intended. Unfortunately, she still hasn't been found, and my guests can't stay here indefinitely. The conference must begin, and it would be truly beneficial to the Order to join in the project. Consequently, I would like you to replace her during her absence. What is at stake here is of the utmost importance.
It's important that the French Order gets their say. And should you need any advice, don't worry. You are not alone, Louis.
Very well.
More questions? Okay.
In concrete terms, how do you organize your discussions?
A conference is always organized the same way. There are two Masters of Ceremony who determine an important subject.
You and Sir Gregory, I presume.
Exactly. We shall be the Masters of Ceremony. It was our obligation to each bring to the table several guests in order to debate a subject. Once the debate is closed, a decision will be made by a vote of all the participants.
By a unanimous vote. If the project is not agreed on by all, then it will be rejected.
And neither of the two Masters of Ceremony have the right to vote.
It's up to the guests alone to decide, Louis. In other words, us.
Gregory and myself are merely the go-betweens. Finally, if the project is validated, each guest goes home and starts working to make it happen.
It can take years.
Isn't that going to be when they present their arguments? Hey, Mort, what's up? Don't know anything about my bird, do you? Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting how crazy some people get about pets. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, like, you look at something like a dog or a cat or whatever, and, I mean, you know, you can't not... I don't know how anybody could believe they don't have personalities and at least some degree of understanding of what's going on. To a point. I mean, not as much as we do as humans or anything, but... Anyway... but any of them. I mean, like birds, I mean, you may not look at a bird and go, oh, this bird's really smart. I mean, you might with something like a parrot or something else that imitates, but I feel like we get fascinated with animals, and so we want to protect them like they're weaker than we are, and so we want to protect them, right? Like, keep them safe. And when we fail to do that, it does something to us, I think. So, I mean, it is unfortunate. I had a ferret when I was growing up that starved to death, and I had to bury it in the backyard and stuff. That was terrible. Because I was a really irresponsible kid. I sucked at taking care of stuff, and, like, my brain just did not think about it. And so, yeah. Yeah, taught me, like, there's a hell for people like me, I think. Okay.
Do you often hold this kind of society dinner?
In general, once a year, but in actual fact it tends to be events that dictate our gatherings.
How long have you been active?
Oh, this tradition has more or less always existed, Louis. It has continued from generation to generation.
Can you give me an example of an event that was decided here before being implemented in the outside world?
Well, take the French Revolution. It was decided right here 2 years before its implementation in France.
Concerning the case of the French Revolution, I wasn't invited. But as far as the American Revolution is concerned, Louis, I can testify that we planned it 5 years before implementing it, for example.
I mean, I guess I might as well ask this, right, while I'm here.
Can you give me a brief explanation of the aim of it all?
Of course, Louis, I was coming to that. The aim of these meetings is to bring together the most influential people in order to think together about the future.
But the future of who?
Of the world, Louis.
Our desire is to steer the destiny of our respective countries for the good of all, and to no longer suffer the random hazards of history.
Sparkly. Nice. Alright, I guess that's it.
Louis, let me keep you a moment.
Here comes a confrontation.
I would like to let you in on a secret before we begin, because I'm going to need your assistance. You see, the project I'm going to present concerns the territory of Louisiana in North America. It's currently Spanish territory, and I'm going to make the proposition to the Assembly for it to become French.
So he's gonna give it to he's gonna make it French so Napoleon will have it. Then Napoleon will sell it to America, and so then it becomes the Louisiana Purchase. Is that what we're doing here? And I'm supposed to go against that because I'm supposed to stop Mortimer's proposition, according to Sarah. What? Okay.
My idea is to increase the territory of the United States. The first stone of this vast project consists of getting Spain to cede Louisiana to France. Once it becomes French, France will hand it over to the United States, which will then allow them to double the size of their territory. And that's where you come in. France and the United States, hand in hand, two democracies illuminating the world.
Questioning, huh? I know he's immune to science. I guess we'll find out if it's politics or questioning or both. I don't know. I mean, I only get one of these. So let's see if he's immune to questioning.
But why spread it over 2 phases? Why not announce the overall project immediately?
Unfortunately, if Spain were to hear that the intention of all this is to allow the United States to grow, they would never sign. Manuel Godoy is perfectly aware of President Washington's appetite. If the United States took Louisiana, Godoy would know full well that he will have lost the entire North American continent. Things must take place in several stages. Otherwise, the change will be too brutal, and he will have no choice but to reject the project. Take a look at them. Apart from President Washington, they all belong to monarchies. Do you really think they won't resist? Of course they'll fight, fearful as they are of losing their precious privileges. But the world needs visionaries, like you, like your mother. It's a pity Sarah isn't here to see it. She only knew about a tiny part of the project. I hope I can count on you, Louis. It's time to start now. I must ask you to keep it to yourself for the time being. Take a seat. Follow the discussions. We will have an opportunity to catch up later, and you'll be able to let me know your thoughts.
Blast it, Mother. You didn't know about everything. His project is commendable. Why tell me to beware? Could you have gotten it wrong?
I can tell you that someone is an idiot. That makes no sense at all,
My friends, I propose we get started.
Yeah.
First
Exactly.
of all, I would like to thank you for taking the time to come.
The honor is ours, my lord.
As per our custom, here we are all together to discuss the face of tomorrow's world. Even though there may be certain tensions between our nations, I must ask you to keep an open mind. As Sarah de Richet is unable to be among us, please welcome Louis de Richet, who will represent the Golden Order and will vote on its behalf when the time comes.
Welcome among us, Louis.
Welcome, Monsieur.
I hope he'll be more effective than his mother regarding the protection of the King of France. The Order has proved particularly inefficient.
Come, Manuel, you're not going to spoil our visit. The Order's mission was not to protect King Louis XVI, as far as I am aware.
We are talking about a king of divine blood, for goodness sake. It seemed obvious to me he needed protecting. If the Golden Order wants to pride itself on being an influential organization, it should have kept him alive.
Let's be diplomatic, I think. I feel like making an enemy of Godoy might be a mistake. Especially... Here's a reverse strategy. I could make Godoy mad now. And then later, when I go on the side, so apparently, go on the side of Mortimer to try to convince people to accept the proposition, Godoy will be upset with me and be like, screw you, whatever you say, I don't like you. It's a little reverse psychology, I wonder. Because then it looks like I just lost my... Yeah, exactly. And so then it looks like I just lost my head. So then I could make him even more... I could like redirect some of his anger at me. And then when I suggest something, he's naturally resistant to agreeing with me because he already sees me as an adversary. The question is my mother insane or not? Like, she only heard part of what Mortimer said, potentially. But here's the other thing. We don't know how much Mortimer is telling us. He might be lying to us. We might be trying to do this, yes, but there might be something else involved that he's trying to get away with, which causes a problem as well. So I don't know if we really... I don't like Mortimer. He seems too sure of himself, like too confident, like he's got everything handled. Yeah. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to put Godoy in his place. Let's see if I can do reverse psychology and manipulate it, okay? Let's see if we can do that. The nice thing with this game, it seems, is if you completely botch it... First of all, I don't think I've ever completely botched it. I've come close, but I don't think I've ever completely botched it. But if you completely botch it, you can still replay an episode. So if I screw this totally up, I can always replay episode 3. I don't like doing that, but I could technically do it. Let's see if the strategy is going to hold sound. Let's try this.
I'm sorry about the fate of the King of France, Duke Manuel. However, I'm surprised at your remark. How can a man like me have changed the course of things where a man like you, powerful, capable of influencing international politics, was unable to do any better?
Perhaps we may begin, Lord Mortimer.
Certainly. I have a dream that our nations will continue to support each other, more now than ever before. A dream that, for the sake of common good, we will do what it takes to ensure stability in the modern world. I have a dream that we shall lead by example and ensure that the American territory may remain in peace.
Thank you for the thought, Lord Mortimer, but I don't see where you're leading.
I'm coming to it, Mr. President. I need not remind you that North America is currently divided between the United States on the east coast and Spain, which occupies the remaining 2/3 of the continent. Well, I propose that Spain cede the center of the continent to France, namely all of Louisiana.
Louisiana? But, well, it is not for sale. Lord Mortimer, I sincerely hope I have not come all this way just to hear you ramble on about what Spain should and should not do. When we went to all the trouble of gaining the territory a few years ago, it was not just to lose it today. Have I made myself clear?
What did I tell you, William? You speak of union, and yet here you are, about to tear us apart.
Duke Manuel, I perfectly understand you. But rest assured, you will soon adore my proposition. You shall see.
Well, since you give me the choice, my good fellow, allow me to doubt it. However, I am impatient to hear what Spain could possibly gain from the sale of Louisiana.
I never spoke of a sale, my good fellow.
What? I do not understand.
There is one more territory left to conquer, if I'm not mistaken, in the northwest. It is, of course, occupied by your notorious Indians, but...
We shall soon be rid of the savages, so that is not a question.
Duke, these savages, as you call them, were there before you. They are on their homeland.
As much as the black people of Africa, Monsieur de Richet. That does not stop your dear France from massacring them and sending them like cattle to Mr. Washington's cotton plantations to provide him with cheap labor. So you keep your morals to yourself, if you please.
Senor, I would not like to be associated with that. The subject of black slaves in the United States of America is a complex subject, which we shall resolve at a future date.
Via the Civil War. France will soon no longer use slaves, or use slavery. The filthy swine. Is that talking about the slaves? Is it talking about Washington? Is it talking about Godoy? I don't know. And then challenge him. Also, is that challenging Washington, or is that challenging Godoy? I suppose both of these should be in reference to Washington, because he's the one who just spoke. Hopefully this isn't referring to the slaves. That's disgusting if it is. Yeah, exactly. Civil War. That'll be resolved later. Yeah, in like 70 years by 600,000 people dying, but sure, whatever, Washington. I can't just say nothing, apparently, huh? I feel like getting Washington against me is a bad move.
Senor Godoy, you must know that France will soon ban these barbaric practices.
Oh, do not get on your high horse, Monsieur Frenchman. The only reason why France has ceased trading in slaves is because of the commercial blockade that Great Britain has imposed against you. The instant the shipping lanes have been restored, France will again treat these people like cattle.
Come now, my friends. Let us not digress. Anyway, these primitive people have no souls, Louis. We bring the good word to them in order to save them. You'll see. Colonization brings with it many benefits, too.
Excuse me, if you don't mind, Your Eminence, I shall continue. Duke Manuel, I believe that Spain should cede Louisiana to France free of charge.
This is utterly grotesque, Lord Mortimer. What a strange example you set for your young protégé. Isn't that so, Monsieur de Richet? Do you understand anything of this proposition?
Oh, Napoleon is immune to conviction. So I don't want to choose conviction. Yeah, okay.
We are neighbors, Duke Manuel. Remember, your main rival in Europe is more likely to be
Politics
England,
is also an
who is
immunity.
plowing
Okay.
the seas right up your coastline. Hand over Louisiana to France and make her a prime ally.
Come, Louis. Spain and Great Britain are already allies and have nothing to gain by breaking their alliance.
Even if I do agree, Duchess, the omnipresence of the English fleet in Atlantic waters does not particularly please me.
I must say, William, I find your project mostly disfavors me. I thought you were my friend.
And I am, Mr. President. That is why I'm doing everything in my power to calm your expansionist fervor. France, in Louisiana, should persuade you not to attempt anything to take the territory by force. Louisiana is a vast wetland where you would needlessly lose most of your troops. It would weaken you and offer certain nations the perfect opportunity to take back your famous United States. I am protecting you from yourself, George. Trust me.
I understand. But with friends like you, sir, I certainly don't need any more enemies. I hope you know what you're doing.
Oh, crap. Whew. I didn't know I was going to have to click that.
Imagining things, or does it look like Washington isn't aware of Mortimer's plan?
Not to put too fine a point on it, Lord Mortimer, but I doubt the Holy See would be in favor of Catholic Louisiana being handed over to secular revolutionaries and king killers.
I should think Monsieur de Richet has an opinion on this subject, does he not?
Well, I'm not going to do politics, especially if that's dealing with Godoy. Erudition? But this is dealing with Piaget, I think. Questioning and manipulation of vulnerabilities. Either of these are potentially immunities. But then I could, of course, use the golden elixir. I'd have three hits, and so then I'd clear them all out. Erudition is going to be either an immunity or just neutral. I don't think he's going to be vulnerable to erudition at all. Yeah, I don't think so. We already know two of his vulnerabilities. I doubt there's a third one here. This will make him... 3, huh? What if I use a Carmelite water?
Your Eminence, have no fear over that. I am sure France will do everything
Erudition.
in its power to protect the Christians of Louisiana.
My young friend, how can you come out with such a remark after the discussion we had on the evening of your arrival? If France was so respectful of worship, it would not be bleeding priests as it is doing at this very moment in time. Don't be naive. This is politics. The Holy See must be concerned at seeing such a large territory falling into the hands of the French. Mi auguro che insegnerete l'educazione a questo giovanotto presuntuoso, Sir Gregory.
I hope that you will teach this pretentious young man some manners, Sir Gregory. It looks like I won't be just making friends here.
In any case, my lord, I doubt the English crown will agree.
Ich versichere Ihnen, Emily, nie Preußen wird diese Vereinbarung akzeptieren.
I assure you, Emily, the Prussian will never accept this agreement. Volner looks like he's set on ruining Mortimer's plan.
Duchess, I am persuaded that we shall find a common ground.
That's enough, William. These are grave times. We don't care about the fate of Louisiana. That worthless expanse of putrid swamps interests no one but yourself.
Speak for yourself, my friend.
Hold on there, Mr. Royal Gigolo. Lower the volume, and let Sir Gregory finish.
Home, Godoy, and now Volner? Mortimer's adversaries are ready to tear each other to pieces, and he takes a malicious pleasure in watching it happen.
How
Gentlemen,
dare you?
let us try to remain calm.
There you are, William. See where your projects have taken us, as per usual. Chaos! That's enough. I'm tired. We shall continue this discussion tomorrow, but please be aware that your project will never be ratified. Those who are opposed to this project, follow me. Are you coming with us, Monsieur de Richet?
Come, Gregory, I think Louis would rather stay. Wouldn't you, Louis?
Pretend that I'm on his side. All I have to do is make sure his plan fails, right? If I pretend I'm on his side... Yeah. Stay on Mortimer's side.
As for me, I think I shall remain with Lord Mortimer, Sir Gregory.
You are committing a grave error, Louis.
Time will tell.
Okay. I think the immunities we encountered might count as failures, though. But at least we know them for the future now. Oh, I still think.
My friends, I would like to thank you for staying.
Good God, William. What is this I hear about you reinforcing military power in Louisiana? I have no interest in having France for a neighbor, and you know that very well.
Calm down, George. Louis, explain our plan to Mr. Washington, please.
You see, Mr. President, Lord Mortimer anticipates that once France obtains Louisiana, they will cede it to you.
What do you mean? To us? The United States?
You heard right.
But
President Washington, the United States will double in size.
By what miracle have you...
You need to expand, George. You and France are the two major democracies in the modern world. It is necessary that you both become superpowers.
Are you really going to sponsor democracy throughout the world?
Of course, Monsieur Peru. That's why I don't want Spain to get too attached to those weapons. Please continue, Louis. Explain my vision to Mr. President.
I don't know. Conviction or... Let's see. Godoy's military was immune to politics. Peru was immune to questioning. Napoleon was immune to conviction.
By going through France, Spain won't suspect that it's you who's going to take possession of Louisiana. They'll even believe that France will be a protective buffer between itself in California and you on the East Coast. If Senor Godoy was afraid that you might take the territory by force, now he is reassured. You would never attack France.
But why didn't you tell me before?
To keep one step ahead? What the? Ahead of Washington? So now you make him look like an enemy to Washington? I don't know. For more spontaneity sounds dumb though. Like, just to like keep people guessing. What kind of an answer? What kind of an answer is that? All right, well, that's been the stream for tonight. Thanks everybody for joining me. I don't feel like psychology. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but just odds are. So, Emily is vulnerable to psychology. Jacques Peroux is vulnerable to psychology. Washington? I feel like there's a good chance that's an immunity.
So, Home doesn't see it coming. But by the time it dawns on Senor Godoy, it'll be too late because he'll realize that he's just lost all the North American continent. We all know that you won't stop once the path is cleared before you.
What do you mean?
You see, Monsieur Peru, it's very likely that once Louisiana becomes American, President Washington will push out even more and take the West Coast.
William, you haven't changed. Always one step ahead.
One step ahead? You're joking. More like 5.
On that note, my friends, it's getting late. Mr. President, continue to take offense over my project when we resume the conference in the morning. You do it to a T. And if Sir Gregory has the audacity to send you an emissary to convince you to go against me, do me a favor. String him along if you can. The more they believe we are divided, the more we'll have our hands free.
Only too happy to oblige.
Now, let us get some rest. We've got a big day tomorrow. Good night, gentlemen.
Good night.
Louis, if you have a minute, I would like to ask a favor of you. I'm going to require your services.
How can I be of help? Tell me all about it.
Our adversaries are many, and the closing vote of the conference will soon be upon us. Time is of an essence. So, I'll need you to assist me this evening.
How can I help?
I need you to go this very evening to persuade Senor Godoy to join us. He is the backbone of Gregory's resistance. Turn him round, and all the others will follow in such a stampede that Gregory will be able to do nothing but admit defeat.
Lord Mortimer, with all due respect, don't you think I'm the last person Godoy wants to talk to?
I'm sure you can do it. I believe in you.
Oh, right. I want to now. Doesn't say it's that, so...
Lord Mortimer, you're not telling me everything.
Let's say I wouldn't disapprove if the Right Honorable, though nonetheless choleric, Duke Manuel put you in his bad books. If it could motivate him to declare war on France, it would greatly serve our interests.
War? What do you mean?
I told you before the conference. The more we distract Spain from the Americas, the less it will have an eye on Louisiana.
But all the same, we're talking about a war in Europe.
Don't worry. That's why Mr. Bonaparte is with us. I am convinced we'll be perfectly capable of managing the conflict. And Senor Godoy is not a great soldier. He will not commit Spain to a long war that he won't be capable of managing.
I'll go straight away.
Thank you, my boy. And get some rest afterwards. Big day tomorrow.
Okay. Excuse me. Now I can pick up that Devil's Thorn, because I used some. Dear Mr. Guido Poletti, I am writing with regards to the dates of the paintings that I sent you for a temporary exhibition. Oh, I've already read these. This is his office. So I've already done this previously. Read those previously. And his poor dead bird. Let's walk on the other side of the desk and pretend like we don't know that anything has happened to the bird. Just keep walking. Oh, you had a bird? I didn't even realize you had a bird. Oh, Lord Mortimer, can I see it? Oh, what happened to it? It doesn't look particularly healthy. Dead? How would that happen? I don't understand. I mean, you learn how to take care of a bird when you get it, right, Lord Mortimer? I mean, presumably you take care of the bird, or maybe one of your servants should be punished for letting the bird suffer this fate. Every time I see this, every single time, this is Sparta! All right. Another golden elixir, so we're maxed on both of those now. Probably means also that there's very little, if anything else, to get from here. So we're supposed to go talk to Godoy. Oh, this is going to be fun. All right. I don't imagine there's anything to be gained by talking to Mortimer again. He'll probably just say, were you going to not go talk to Godoy for me? Yeah. Oh! I didn't even think about that. That room. That's directly down from there, isn't that? I didn't even put two and two together. But that totally is. Look, so if you go up a floor, okay, so we're here. This is the hole. If we go down, what is this? I think this is the garden out here, right? Yeah. We had these windows and then this, and then we had all of these. Yeah, this is the garden. And then this, that's pretty much, you go up to the top, that's pretty, I mean, it's slightly misaligned, but that's pretty much the same. I didn't even put two and two together. Holy crap. Because then he goes down the stairs. I mean, I don't know for sure, but presumably he goes kind of this way and then ends up here underground. These are the docks. This is that secret. Yeah, it was here, basically, I think, was the room, right? This was and then going, and then... Anyway. Okay, so we are here now. Great commentary, Xexor, thanks. Couldn't seem that we're actually here, wherever the freak here is. Yeah, I'd shut up. Where that's going... Oh, where's this? Oh. Have I... Wait. Yeah, I've been here already. Oh, okay. But it was just... I don't know why it's darker. It was darker as if I hadn't been here, but I'd already been here before, so I don't know why. There's nothing I didn't gather from here earlier, right? Maybe I was full or something. Although there won't be any royal jelly if that's the case. I never am full on royal jelly. I always have too little. Never enough. Yeah, nothing else. Okay. So nothing here. Bonaparte. Deliche. I guess I've not been in the other rooms, so they won't label that way, even though... Okay. So, let's... Right, I guess. Johann Wollner.
Monsieur Johann von Wollner.
Is he searching his room when he's not there? I don't know if this is searching his room when he's not here or not. Collector coin. Hortus Delicarium. Is that an etiquette book? Not sure. Another royal jelly, very nice. Go out on the balcony. Let's not, at least right now.
Golden elixir.
Golden elixir. But I'm full. Yep. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have used the one in his office. Chances that I'll be in Mortimer's office rather than here is probably higher. Well, no, I've been here before. Well, yeah. It's probably higher. I think you probably only get to search a guest room once during one of the episodes or whatever, and that's probably it.
The Great Work of the Soul by S. Madone. Pure alchemy is a thought, an art that is performed on the matter of the soul. Great alchemists work to transform and perfect the latter by a series of processes known as the Great Work. There are 4 phases to attain the ultimate in spiritual fulfillment. The soul must be transformed in order to attain sublimation by the recombination of the alchemist. It's tempting. The human soul must descend, be corrupt, in order to become decomposed. It's something like what I felt when I think of what I found out about my mother. The soul broken up must be purified by the alchemist. Nice program. Thus ends the great work. The incarnation of the purified spirit, the elevation of the soul, now become perfect. Its resurrection, thanks to the action of the alchemist. Except if the alchemist has bad intentions, then it's called manipulation. Very metaphorical as occult theories go. The human spirit being the prima materia of the alchemist.
Okay. Oh, I can also look at these, of course.
The alchemist is a young man.
No books, apparently, to try to look at. Well, over there, that is.
A chest locked with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
use your knowledge. Difficulty 6 is too added on level 3 occultism, so it's 0. Let's move away for the time being. Might be something we find in terms of a clue, if he's not in here to get upset with us, that we could then use to figure it out, maybe. Dear Johann, I am so glad you are coming. I did not doubt for a single minute that you would accept this invitation. Despite the risks involved and the fact that we know each other so well, or know each other well, though we have gotten over many obstacles together, I cannot hide my apprehension this time round, given how high stakes are today. But having you here, Johann, is an invaluable asset. Keep up the effort, and I will be all the more proud and satisfied. I look forward to seeing you again, Gregory H. Collect the coin. And of course, nobody's going to notice when a coin goes missing, presumably. Nobody's going to be like, gee, I wonder what happened to my coin. I mean, unless it was a pile of coins and you took one. Maybe just like, oh, I must have miscounted. I don't know. Full on double sword. Alright.
The alchemist is an old man.
A fragment of amber.
Yeah, okay, that he definitely would notice missing. What the frick? Amber's just a little bit more valuable than, like, some random coin. Seriously?
The Great Work of the Soul by S. Madone.
Maybe soul?
Pure alchemy is a thought.
That's 4
an
letters.
Art that is performed on the matter of the soul. Great alchemists work to transform and perfect the latter by a series of processes known as the Great Work.
Possibly work
there are
as
4
in great
phases
work,
to
but
attain the ultimate in spiritual fulfillment.
none of those is 4 letters. Okay.
Very metaphorical as occult theories go, the human spirit being the prima materia of the alchemist.
So, I mean, since he's interested in that, it could also be Holmes, since Holmes sent him something. Sent him that letter. Let's
a chest locked
try.
with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
It's not gonna. It just won't let me in, I think, right? Oh, maybe not. IZOL? Okay. COL. We can do it this way. I'll just examine each one. And then see. So it's not... So I is already selected. It could still be I, of course. P is already selected on this one. It's F, P, I, E. Okay. N, O, A, M. And finally, G, U, X, C. Okay, Monmouth. What's the solution? Just kidding. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I don't expect you to know. I don't think I know yet either. I'm not gonna. Let's move away for now. Let's see if there's anything else that might help us. Could be something out on the balcony as well, possibly.
The signs of obscurantism.
Fuit. No. That can't be it. Okay. I mean, I could try using my knowledge and see if that'll do anything, but that could also end up just being a waste. Then I'm down 3 action points, going into a potential confrontation with Godoy. Feels like no. Feels like that's a bad move. All right, let me read these one more time. Each of them, each of the stages, see if there's something
Great
else.
Work of the Soul by S. Madone.
It's not soul.
Pure alchemy is a thought, an art that is performed on the matter of the soul. Great alchemists work to transform and perfect the latter by a series of processes known as the Great Work. There are 4 phases to attain the ultimate in spiritual fulfillment.
It cannot be soul or home or work, because all 3 of those, the first letter is not in any of the combination options. There is no S on any of the 4 what do you call them? Anyway, the things you turn. There's not an S on any of those. There's not an H on any of those. There's not a W on any of those. So it can be none of those 4 words.
The soul must be transformed in order to attain sublimation by the recombination of the alchemist. It's tempting.
Okay, so nothing in there.
The human soul must descend, be corrupt, in order to become decomposed. It's something like what I felt when I think of what I found out about my mother.
There's nothing there.
The soul broken up must be purified by the alchemist. Nice program. Thus ends the great work. The incarnation of the purified spirit, the elevation of the soul, now become perfect. Its resurrection, thanks to the action of the alchemist. Except if the alchemist has bad intentions, then it's called manipulation.
The soul can be purified, or the soul can descend, or...
The soul broken up must be purified by the alchemist. Nice program. The human soul must descend, be corrupt, in order to become decomposed. It's something like what I felt when I think of what I found out about my mother.
But none of those, I think...
Very metaphorical as occult theories go. The human spirit being the prima materia of the alchemist.
So this is Vulna we're talking about. Prussian Minister of Religion. Rosicrucian. And like I said, it can't be home or soul. So none of this stuff in his biography tells us about stuff either. Seriously? So like, pretty much nothing? Can I not read that? Apparently not. What was the thing I got? This? work? No. Alright, let's see. You can spell the word pox, but the other stuff doesn't make sense before that. You could spell the word zing. Well, maybe we use that. Maybe we use the option where we... Alright, let's go over here, I guess.
A chest locked with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart. If I'm not mistaken, Paracelsus named the element called zinc.
Ah, zinc. That's gonna be it. Pretty sure. Yep. There's a C here. Perfect. Alright. Theatrum chemicum. Mysterious notes. That helps this, I think. Which one? This one? This one. Notes by Deliche. I need one more here, and then I get those 3 things. Yeah. Zinc. But I didn't know it was looking for an element name. Like, if I would have had a clue it was looking for something with the elements also, then I would have... But I don't think... maybe they told us in the very initial description and I just didn't remember that. I'm not sure. I have 39 collector coins now. Lost coins in Lord Mortimer's manor. I wonder how many there actually are, because I'm pretty sure I've not found all of them. Pretty sure. Oh yeah. Yep. Okay. Well, I don't know if there's anything else to get here. We read that letter by Holm to Volna. I've been around all of this. Looked at whatever paintings I could. Looked through the stuff here and taken a bunch of his things, including amber.
The alchemist is an old man.
I don't think there's anything else to get here now. Now that we've got that. Okay, so we've now searched his room. Oh, there's the balcony. Yeah, we might want to look if we can. Let's see what's out on the balcony. Another royal jelly. Nice. Would have missed that. Might not be accessible except from the balcony. If this were a horror game, I would be super, like, on edge because of how loud my footsteps are. Of course, if this were a horror game, presumably there'd be some kind of a sneak. You could crouch and sneak down or something. Another golden elixir out here that I can't use right now. I think that's amber coming up. Another amber fragment.
A fragment of amber.
Yep. So we now have a total of 13, is it? 3, 6, 9, 10. Yep, 13 possible. Give me. Give me. You're a jerk. Okay. Yep. let's go find Godoy, I guess. Actually, because I think unlike Shadwin, I think this saves and then actually keeps your spot when you save. So I think we're good. I'm going to go ahead, I think. We'll just call that for tonight. We'll continue on afterward. So, okay, let's move the game. Okay. So that's it for tonight. Thanks for joining me, guys. It's been fun. Tomorrow, I believe... So the plan is on Sundays. So starting tomorrow, we will play Close to the Sun, which is a horror game. Don't know how scary it is or whatever, but it's a horror game, okay? And then after we finish Close to the Sun, we're gonna be we'll start Vampire, the one with a Y. That's the like kind of a longer sort of RPG-ish whatever. So that's the plan for Sundays going forward. So if those interest you, of course, then it'd be great to see you on the stream. And if not, then obviously no hard feelings. But I will be doing those starting tomorrow. So, thanks for watching. I didn't manage to get it today. I ended up with a lot of stuff on my plate, so I didn't manage to get any additional footage from The Last of Us 2 recorded. I will try to do that tomorrow. I do have other series going, though. Elix, We Happy Few, and I want to do another vlog. So we'll see where I fit it in. But I should have more Last of Us 2 tomorrow or Monday, one of the two. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys hopefully on tomorrow's stream or in my other videos. Till next time, stay awesome. Peace.
Poor Spider.
This freaking boy. Oh, that's so sad.